Woo! Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing? This is Gerard greening my portion of West Texas. And what is today? August the 10th. All right, there you go if you're following the journal. I'm going to try to do a walkthrough of the things that I'm working on. I can't do a walkthrough of everything because there's just way too much what I'm learning. So I'm actually bouncing between three different things this morning because it's cloudy. I got to run to the post office, but I can't because when you get a cloudy day like this, you got to run with it. And we got another 8 days of possible rain. So I'm going to have to spend a bunch of time doing rainwater collection stuff and back to dams. But biggest success right now is the drip irrigation. So I've got all these beds starting to get planted. This is the one in the back. Then I have one that's kind of at the bottom of the hill. There's one that's in the bathroom area, and there's one that's in the front. But I'm slowly learning how to do this. I'm not great with it yet, but basically with drip irrigation, when you don't have pressure from tap, you have to, one, try to get as much pressure as possible. So where I started, the pressure is coming from that rain, the white rain barrel right there. That wasn't enough pressure, so I actually, through siphon, connected it to the blue. That increased the pressure a little bit. That wasn't enough. I moved it back. It's now connected to the white rain barrel back there, dripping down through all this hose. That added a lot more pressure, but not enough. But what I found is when I fill it to the top, it creates pretty much enough pressure to get all the lines that I have run. I probably have way too many lines run. So what I'm going to do is move that blue barrel over there to the wallipini post. I'm going to mound that earth up maybe another 2 feet and put it up there, which should put the bottom of the barrel almost at the height of this barrel. And that'll add another 3 feet, 3.5 feet of pressure. So pressure is everything. You always want your lines to run downhill. So I'm kind of like rerunning everything so that it's, as much as possible, there are no, bubble areas like this where it's down and it goes up and it comes back down. An air pocket will get in there and that'll screw with it. But I'm mostly getting it. The only line I don't have running well is this one connected to this banana, which runs down here, goes down through just a random line of planting of, there's castor and pumpkin and sunflower. There's a bunch of seeds I thought weren't going to make it, so I just threw them right there. One thing I'm doing, so in between doing the drip line irrigation, I'm preparing to re-weld the bucket. This is where the bucket broke. My only complaint about the Harbor Freight towable backhoe right now is this bucket. They didn't actually make the bucket. I think they get these from a supplier. But if they just took this metal bracing and they extended all the way down to here, and I'm actually driving a bolt through here, this would have strengthened the bucket. So what I'm having to do is to strengthen the bucket at the weak point here. So I'm drilling a hole right here, slide a bolt down all the way through, and then I'm gonna re-weld all of this. And I have another plate that I might try to extend depending on how much time I have. At some point I'll probably have to buy another bucket, but I feel that, we shouldn't have to strengthen these to do some of the work that I want to do. Of course, it's not on them, that's on me. This bucket was not designed to dig on the side of a mountain, digging up boulders. So not really a complaint, just something I wish that they could have done. It would have been simple for them. Another 4 minutes worth of construction time probably for them, but it takes a lot of my time. So I'm strengthening the bucket. Talked about the drip irrigation. Here's the foundation of the wallipini coming in. So as I'm running back and forth, what I started doing here is excavating out this wall. If you can see now, there's an entire path where I can get the wheelbarrow up that path to the top of where the koi pond's gonna go. So I'm basically pushing the earth back within 2 to 3 feet of the posts, mounding it up with the boulders, terracing it, and all of that, like I said before, it's gonna be planted, in between all the different rocks. So it'll be, mints and succulents in different sections flowing over. I'm running out of time, so I got to finish this in a minute. Once again, this is where the koi pond's going to go. So you got to figure out how to move these 2 boulders, which I imagine that one's about 700 pounds. It'll be fun to figure out how I'm going to do that by myself. And so I'm just basically cutting away at the hill, pushing that down. And then I have to go do the same thing over way, cut at that hill, push that down. The foundation of where the cob house is going to go is starting to loop around like that, the basis of it. The front will be a koi pond, and then another 15 feet, 20 feet of earth will be cleared from the back once the backhoe is done. And then all the walls got to be mounded up. And what I haven't figured out is at the top, where the soil will probably stop in this area somewhere, is probably hay bales. So I might do like hay bale sides all around. Anyway, this is Gerard, Green in West Texas. Got to get back to work. I'm out of space on this phone, so got to end the video. Guys, have a great day. I'll start doing more videos now that I'm done with the barbed wire fencing.